Hey, fun fact, I record right in front of the ocean, and for some reason I still sit in my RAV4. This is the view you could have me in front of if I cared more about my production quality. Unfortunately, I don't. Anyways, today we're kind of freeballing. Not that I'm normally not, but I normally give myself a little more notes than this, because today's topic is living in fear of regret. And contrary to popular belief, we're going to be talking about the good and the bad of it, because there truly is some in both sides. What prompts this is I'm having a rough time lately. Because I always have one foot in the future. That's an issue I've always had. When I had a therapist, which I probably should again, but we're not going to talk about that. When I had a therapist, that was what she was telling me. She was like, you have one foot out the door at all times. You need to bring that foot back in the doorway. She didn't sound like that. She was like 22. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm like addicted to the future. And because of that, I'm always thinking about living for the future. Like, my present always has to do with the future, which is why I think 90% of my motivation for what I do in the present is whether or not I'll regret not doing it or doing it in the future. And that kind of brings us into the cons section. Yeah, we'll go with the negative first. If you're doing things out of fear of regretting not doing them, are you really doing them because you love them? Wrote that one down in the notebook, shed a little tear right after. I'm having a good day, I promise. I'm not. Because I'm so scared of fucking regret that I have enrolled myself in community college so that I can go after universities I didn't get into out of high school, so that I can say, well, at least I tried, and then I can, like, hopefully not have regret. And be like, okay, well, you never regret trying, you know? Like, that's a Pinterest quote. So if I just try community college to get into these colleges, and then I just won't regret doing that, because then I won't regret it, so that's good for me. And that, of course, raises the question of, like, okay, but you're giving up the first 2 years of your, like, college experience. Like, I had a semester of the college experience. Like, I lived in a dorm, all that. It's a man on an e-bike. Can you tell I'm in Southern California? Oh my god, it's a kid on a dirt bike. Now you know I live in Los Angeles. So I had a semester of the college experience, and everyone was like, aren't you gonna, like, miss giving that up? But I was so set in my ways of, like, I'm going to regret staying at this 4-year, and I'm going to regret not going after these universities who rejected me, that I was like, I don't care about the college experience. I was like, I don't care about the dorms. I care about my degree. Rah. All this stuff that, honestly, I was probably lying about. Because I was so set in my ways of, like, oh, I'm going to regret not chasing after these schools. But here's the thing, is, like, why wasn't I thinking about the present? Why wasn't I thinking, like, oh, but then in those freshman and sophomore years, I might be a little sad because I'm back home. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I'm very independent. I was raised that way. I'm the youngest child. No, the youngest child is not always the coddled one, okay? I'm very independent. I always have been. So I've always been very, very excited to leave home. I was blessed enough to grow up in a great home, but I've always been very excited to be on my own. So that first semester of college was like, I mean, it wasn't good because I didn't like the school I was at, but the freedom of, like, living on my own finally, like, fucking finally, was so nice. That's also another reason why I romanticized college since 3rd grade, by the way. I say this, and I'm sure people think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. I have been thinking about college since 3rd grade, because we got Chromebooks in 3rd grade. I don't know how young you are when you get them now, probably too young. But I got a Chromebook, and I used to switch out, like, what campuses I had as my Chromebook wallpaper. Because I was like, that's the dream, it's college. You know what college I do remember having as, like, my dream school and, like, having as my wallpaper? MIT. I was like, I'm going to be a computer engineer at MIT. I don't think there's something I would rather do less than computer engineering. No offense to computer engineers. Someone's got to do it. Very respectable that it's you. I'm in marketing now. So, but basically I was romanticizing college for so long that I was like, I'm so excited to grow up. I'm so excited to leave. And then I left, and then I was like, okay, but now I'm so sad that I didn't get into the schools I wanted to get into. So let me go to community college. I didn't think about the fact I was like, okay, I gotta live at home again. I mean, okay, I did think about it, but I didn't, like, put it above fear of regret. I was so scared of regretting, like, settling down at this university that I didn't love and, like, probably making the most of it, which I'm sure I could have. That I was like, okay, like, I'm so scared of regretting, like, not trying this, that I don't care how I feel right now. I care how I feel down the line. And I was so sure of this strategy that in my YouTube video, my, like, why I did my college transfer journey, whatever, I was so confident in this strategy that I was like, yeah, and I'm so proud of myself for choosing making myself miserable for 2 years so that I can be happy for a long, long time. But it's like, how happy is that gonna make me? You know what I mean? Like, giving up these 2 years, not giving up, but, like, going through the unconventional, not as lovely route of living at home as someone who's always wanted to leave home and going to community college as someone who's always romanticized four-year universities. Like, how worth it is that? And how much joy is an acceptance letter going to bring me? Is it going to bring me enough to erase these past 2 years and make the rest of my life very valuable? Is a degree from one of these kind of higher up universities that I'm hoping to get actually going to land me any better of a job than a degree from my safety would have? Like, I don't know. But all I'm saying is I kind of ignored how I was going to feel in the present. Because in the present, reporting live from the present now, I'm not doing all that fantastic. Like, CC is fine, I'm getting it done. But that's my issue, is that's how I'm thinking about it, is, I'm getting it done. It'll be over soon. Like, all I'm thinking about while I'm here is the future. And all I've thought about for my entire life is the future. So because I think so hard about the future, all I want to do is avoid ruining my own future by tarnishing it with regret. So I make moves in the present that might not make present me very happy, but, it'll make future me happy. But then future me is fucking upset, because not only do I have one foot in the future, I'm doing the goddamn splits, and my other foot is in the past. And I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm so mad. I wasted those 2 years of my life. So is future me really all that happy that I'm sacrificing 2 years to hopefully accomplish this lifelong goal? Am I doing what I'm doing right now because I actually want to do it or because it's going to help me in the future? I can answer that one. I'll get less philosophical. I'm doing it because I think I'll regret it less in the future. I'm not coming to community college because I was like, what's lit? Living at home with my mom, dad, and sister, giving up on frat parties, spending $60 on gas a week so I can drive 45 minutes each way to a community college that I couldn't care less about. That sounds so fun. And no offense, community college, there's good sides to it. I'm very privileged to live where I live. I think this place is pretty cool compared to where I was at my 4-year. Like, I love Los Angeles. I love California. I'm very grateful to be back. That was a little part in my reason for moving from Utah to here. But it's also now that I'm sitting here, and anytime I do, flash into the present, because I'm obviously trying to live in the present. If it's something my therapist at age 16 was telling me, and I'm still struggling with it, I'm like, okay, maybe I should put some fucking effort into living in the goddamn present. So when I have flashes of I'm living in the present for a second, I'm like, man, I'm upset that I put myself in this situation. Past me is sad because she has to make a decision based on future me. Present me is sad because past me made a decision based on future me and not this future me. And future me is probably sad because present me is sad. So is there any winning in choosing to do stuff based on a fear of regret? Not really. Do I stand by my choice to go after these schools? Yeah, because I think I'm going to learn something valuable from it. This is me learning something valuable from it, you know what I mean? Does that change the fact that I still act out of fear instead of love and passion? Not yet, it doesn't. Because here's my thing. I made the decision. I came back to community college. I live in Los Angeles and not Salt Lake City again, right? Now, I'm still scared of regret, and I'm still acting out of that fear. And it's a fear I grappled with as soon as I graduated high school. As soon as I opened my first waitlist or rejection letter or whatever. You know me and those waitlists. We had a great time together. As soon as I opened the rejection letter, I was like, okay, so I should have done more in high school. So I wasn't impressive enough. So I wasn't good enough. So I should have done more. I regret not doing more. Let me never regret that again. Especially now that I'm in CC and I have to do the fucking college application process all over again. Who's excited? I'm like, okay, let me not regret that. And let me do everything that's offered to me. Because no way schools will reject me if I do everything that's offered to me. For context, I currently am in 4 classes, so I'm a full-time student. But I also have 2 internships. I also do UGC advertising for a company. I do this stuff, my freelance lovely stuff, which includes brand deals, which is more work. And then I also try and maintain a social life and a gym schedule. I see my boyfriend once or twice a week because I don't want to regret not doing any of those things. Because if I get to spring next year and I open a letter that says rejection, where's my mind going to go? Oh, I should have done more. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, so let me just jam pack my present. Because my thing is, I don't know if I'm doing anything I'm doing right now because I genuinely want to do it. Or because I'm so scared of not doing it that I'm just forcing myself to do it. I love what I do. I love a good amount of what I do. This I always love. This is why I make time for this. Because I don't think this is going on my college application. I just love doing this. Some of my other stuff, I just kept saying yes. I just kept piling on jobs because I was like, oh, that's a resume builder. That's a resume builder. But I'm never thinking of, okay, will that add to my life in the current moment? I'm like, no, will that add to my transfer application and make UCLA want me? So that's my existential crisis at the moment, is that I made the decision of where I am now based on where I'll be in the future. so I just didn't care about me right now at all. Utah Lily did not give a shit about California Lily because both of us only give a shit about the next rendition of Lily at her next school, which isn't good. But the other side of the coin is that when you're living in fear of regret, you say yes to more. By living in fear of regret, I have landed myself 2 internships. I'm going after my dream schools. I'm getting extended time living with my parents. I'm hanging out with my boyfriend. I'm going to the gym like every day. Because I'm so scared of regretting that I didn't do them, that I'm like, okay, just do it. I'm living that Pinterest mindset, being like, oh, just do everything you want so you don't sit back and regret it later. The shit I see on Substack at 2 a.m. So regret does kind of force you to do more in the present. But there is such a thin line that I haven't fucking found between, okay, you're living in fear of regret, so you're gonna do everything that makes you happy now so you don't regret it later. Or I'm living in fear of regret, so I'm gonna do absolutely everything now so that I don't have a chance to regret anything later. That bird just tried to fly into my fucking car. There was a bee in my car for like a solid 24 hours the other day. It crawled up my leg. I had to swerve and pull over. And then I flicked it, and it flew up into the mechanisms under my dash, like where your steering wheel, like where you hotwire a car is. I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Okay, I'm not a criminal. And then I was like, oh my god. Okay, maybe it flew out after that and I didn't see it. No, I got in my car for class the next morning. It's sitting on my floor. I didn't kill it. Okay, I scooped it out, but he was just sitting in there. Anyways, what was I talking about? Regret? I had a really strong point, I swear. I mean, replay the footage. Okay, I remembered it. Hold on. The complexity of this argument is by living in regret and forcing yourself to do a bunch of stuff in the present, if you're unhappy with the stuff that you're choosing to do in the present because you think you'll regret not doing it later, you're likely gonna regret it no matter what. I can jam-pack my schedule as much as I fucking want right now, but do you know what I'm gonna regret in the future? Not being happy. Not giving myself the time in my goddamn daily schedule to sit and live and be happy. Dude, this is cinematic. There's like pelicans flying. I want to show you. There are fucking pelicans flying into the sunset. Oh, you can't see. And there's people here now. Okay, someone living here definitely like called in my car or something because I was the straight up police. He just came and like looked at the view and then left. I'm like, you're subtle. Anyways, if you're like me and you're so scared of regret in the future, you have to act in the best interest of you now. If you are acting out of fear of regret and not with passion for what you're currently doing now, you will regret that. It's this stupid cycle that I haven't even wrapped my head around yet. Because the reason I regretted not doing more in high school was because in high school, I did what made me happy in the current moment. I made my schedule really loose. I focused in on my passion at the moment, which was drumming. I was marching band. We know this. Shut up. And I did what made me happy in the current. And then I graduated and I regretted not doing more. But I have to remind myself that I didn't do more because I didn't want to do more. Because doing more was not going to serve me. Maybe it would have gotten me an acceptance letter, but even if I was at my dream school, would I have been happy knowing that I made myself miserable for the past 4 years so I could have a shot at maybe feeling a little better about myself for the next 4? I don't know. It's something I'm still learning, obviously. But I think moving forward in life, I need to acknowledge that I've trapped myself in this big cycle of I regret not doing more, but then when I do more, I'll regret it anyways. I'm struggling lately because everything's a cycle. I'm not any better than just the rules of life, of how life works. And I have not learned that yet. Maybe I'll help you learn it though, because even if I can't take my own advice, at least immediately, maybe you can. I love you guys. I love doing YouTube. That's something I'll never regret, is that I've done YouTube for this long and that I am going to continue doing it. I also do TikTok. That might be where you know me from. It's like YouTube, but shorter. I do post on Instagram, not really as like a business tactic, but I think I look cute, so go follow me. But yeah, if you need advice, or if you're in community college, or college admissions is pissing you off, or all of that stuff, I got a comment recently that someone was like, you know, I'm in the same situation where I got let down by college admissions. I'm thinking about CC. Like, more people need to see your stuff. And I'm like, yes, thank you. Because this is stuff I wish I had when I was going through college admissions. This is stuff I wish I had now, which is why I say it now. Because I feel like this is such a random niche. I love you guys so much. You are my outlet. I will never regret you. My love. Mwah.